Hi, it's Kenn Schroder, web designer for coaches, and in this video, I'm going to look at Jackie Meek's website, Future Path Coaching. Okay, and when I do look at websites, the thing I'm always asking is, how can I make this website better for attracting clients? Okay, Jackie, let's have a look. Haven't looked at it yet, so here it is, fresh, and my reactions. Okay, cool. Just arrived here, and what's great immediately is that it's your domain name is Future Path Life Coaching, and then the logo here, top and center, which is a good place for a logo. It doesn't have to be on the left. As long as it's at the top where I would acknowledge and recognize it, it's good. So the logo is positioned really nicely. The little tree thing here is cool on the left. Um, the colors overall are a good combination. You have the green and the yellow from the little icon here, which looks like it's permeating through the website. So I would imagine you thought of your brand as, growth and a bit of a journey. So it looks like you're doing a great job getting that feeling across. So that's real cool. I like the colors. These are analogous colors, which are next to each other on the color wheel, and that's great. I also like the big image here is cool. It's dramatic, and the text above it is not too hard to read, so that's pretty good. Do you want to gain clarity on your life and be empowered to move forwards? I think you mean move forward, so I think you have to get rid of this S over here. So I can show you, yeah. So the S over here probably needs to go. But the lettering is a bit spaced wide. It's a little tough to read. It's a little tough to read these words. I would bring the lettering together, and I don't think there's a good reason for it to be wide. Maybe even make it a little bit bigger and thicker in font so that it's easier to read over this image in the background. But cool, I really like that you have your message here. You want to gain clarity on your life and be empowered to move forward. So that's good that you have a message clear, and that's what your website is about. So that's excellent. I like that. The logo, the little tagline under the logo is really small. I'd just get rid of that. It's probably not necessary. Enabling moms to become the best versions of themselves. Okay, so that's cool. If you're targeting moms, you'll probably want to get that in this section here. This I call this core message. The statement that tells what you do. This whole section here. Do you want to gain clarity, etc. I'd get the word moms in there. Um, become the best version of yourself. And I did work with a few mom coaches in the past, and oftentimes that's what makes a mom happy is okay, their own internal happiness, but usually seeing others happy makes them happy. So maybe check in with your market, so you research them, you talk to people, and what moms want. Um, and you work on your message to appeal to them. So if that means making your best self so that you feel good and that you're taking care of others as well. So maybe some mix of that. Anyway, an idea. Okay, your menu, it's great, and it's great that it's obviously located. It feels a bit long to me. It's good that the individual items here are separated by a lot of space, so I can tell which one is which. The font is a little small. Maybe bump it up a couple of points. If I hit on a mobile, so I just squeezed the screen down on my desktop, which is not exactly a mobile, but it should be what mobile shows. So this is just basically, yeah. The word is called responsive design, and if your website can adjust to any screen size, mobile size, tablet size, and look it on a watch, just kidding, then it's good. So right now I'm just squeezing the screen down. So you might want to check it on a mobile. This stuff down here is becoming impossible to read, these little blurbs. Anyway, just something new to note. But I'd make the font size for the menus a bit bigger. The bird table, my approach, about me. You might be able to mix my approach with probably a page called coaching. Maybe fees, frequently asked questions. My approach probably can go all into one page called coaching. which I don't see here, but I would imagine your approach is probably your approach to life coaching there. Maybe call it life coaching. Okay, so again, nice initial arrival for me at your site. I know what is here, what's there. You have your name here, Jackie Meek. So that's pretty cool. I would imagine as you're networking and telling people what you do, for them to come here and know that it's you is a good thing. But I think it's even better that you have a lot of you have content about the client and their interests. Probably pulling in moms a bit more would be better in the main message here. Okay, so I scroll down, enabling moms to become the best versions of themselves. Okay, so also what I do like on here is that I can see that there's more content below that's inviting me to search down a little bit further. So that's cool. You have a sign up to Jackie's newsletter, get your free ebook. Here, I don't know, when you see these kinds of little ads and services to put a little bar on your site, they say it increases by X%. I I've tried different ways of inviting people onto my email list. I always find that the most important thing is to make it simple and to make it compelling, and that's usually what does the best. Whether you have it down here or not. Right now, I thought this was a cookies little thing, and then what happens if I click sign up? Now I'm getting sent to here. I think you need to sell it too. I think more importantly than so when I clicked on that button, it took me to a different page, and I'm kind of a little nervous. I'm getting pulled away from your site. Nicer if it just popped up with a light box, just a box here, and then you can see your website still in the background, so that if I filled it out, I knew it wouldn't just disappear. But as it stands right now, it's sending me to a different page. I'm getting a little nervous that I'm going somewhere else, and I just still haven't even gotten into your site. So I'd recommend trying to keep it here. Maybe just make it this entire section here instead of this button down here. And I also need more reason why to get on your newsletter. So if you're really targeting moms, you want to make it sign up for my newsletter for tips, tricks, and more to find energy when being a mom is exhausting. So tie in some sort of benefit to them by being on your list. Okay, so that's what I want to say. Let me close that down. And if I pop down here, cool, video view. I think that's brave, and I think that's a good thing. I think that's what coaches should stand up and be present in their business and speak about what they do. I know your website is really all about the clients, so that's what the content should be about. So when you do show up, 10, 15, 20% is you, but what you talk about should still be targeted to the client. So I'm glad that your face is here and that you're making yourself present. Let me click play. Jackie Meek.
I love being a coach because I see women bringing about the change they desire, and that change is sustainable and not just a one-off.
Hold on a second.
As a mum myself, I know what it's like when you have a baby and your life changes completely and everything just happens, and so often you haven't taken time to plan it or work out.
Cool. Excellent. Your content is for the client and the situations they're facing. You seem friendly and nice. Fantastic. I think that's good.
How you can be the best mum you can be by having life coaching. It enables you to have that time to stop and think, to invest in yourself,
cool.
And to work out how you want to be as a mum.
Perfect. Great. Excellent. I like it. Fantastic. Nice job.
Life coaches are able to ask questions that your friends and family don't ask.
Yeah, that's good. Give them space to talk. That's excellent. I think that's magnificent. Nice job there. I definitely like you talk about what the client is interested in, what they're about, and it's the benefits of coaching, giving people space, talking about maybe tough things that they can't talk about with other people. Excellent. On the text below, looks like you're talking about some of the stuff in the video. That's excellent as well. Very nice. And I would make some of this is turning gray, so keep it dark, same color as this, and maybe bump it up a font size or two. Not a big deal, but I think a little bit bigger would look good. Usually about like 60 to 80 characters wide is a good like vertical reading space. This is probably 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 9, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 89. Nah, small thing I'm mentioning. My gut tells me I would bump it up a font size or two. Get in touch for a mom-to-mom, no obligation chat. Fantastic. Great that you have this invitation here. Yeah, that's cool. I'm glad you have that. Nice. I'd probably make it a bigger thing. Maybe even its own, whatever the opposite color of green is, but maybe the highlight, well, give it a testimonial here. By the way, bump this up a bit bigger. This font down here is a bit small. Don't make it gray either, make it black. The font and the footer also on a small side. But here, get in touch. This spot here, this get in touch stuff, probably make this have its own background. I'd even make it maybe dark and make this white, but somehow make this all its one section with and big font. Get in touch for no obligation, chat mom to mom to see how I can help you, and I tie in some reasons for having that call to get past overwhelm, find more energy, take care of yourself, and find the best version of you so that you can, take care of others and feel a sense of inner peace, something like that. Whatever you think. If I look at your text up here, you probably have it in there. Captures your dreams, inspires you to become your best self. So stuff like that. But again, this invitation to get in touch, I'd make it its own big section there so it stands out. Okay, well, that's about as far as I'm going to go now. This is supposed to be a short 10-minute video. Jackie, great that you posted your website. Some good examples for others to look at here. And I like what you've done with it. It's got a lot of great things there. Nicely done. And I hope some of my little tips and points and tweaks you can make that are handy for you, I hope you find them helpful. And I will see you in our group.